Okay. Next, we've got Raiders at Ravens. Ravens laying 9. Over under at 41.5. Betting splits here. I got to log in. Betting splits going to take me a second to get the betting splits mark. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I got kicked off I got kicked off and I got to get back on. That being said, where are you leaning for this one?
I like the Raiders plus
What
9
do you like about the Raiders?
on this one. Nothing. I don't like anything. I don't like anything about the Raiders. I think the 9 is a bit much. They didn't look good against the Chargers the week before. Um, I I guess my I we've seen them do a bit better in spots. You know, I think it's probably a closer game than people might think it might be. Um,
Sure.
that being said, the Ravens last week, they almost squeaked one out against the Chiefs, which are a legit team. Um, I mean, the Ravens are clearly the superior team here. I like the Raiders to keep things a bit close.
Okay. How?
Well, I,
Okay. Okay. If, if,
I,
if
I
you're
don't.
if you're if you're scripting this game, just
Mhm.
I just where do the points come from, and how do they stop the Ravens? I just don't see it. I don't see either of those things occurring, especially on the road.
I don't think they're going to stop the Ravens. I think they'll still lose, but I think they'll probably cover the spread.
Okay.
I think really what you need to have is a big game from Devontae Adams. These week one games, when everyone looks bad, it really isn't a real indication of how well that team's going to perform going forward for the rest of the season.
Okay.
So I think the Raiders are a bit better than what they were last Sunday. Again, I think the 9 might be just a bit too much. Again, I think they lose, but I think they might do just enough to cover.
Okay. With the Raiders, I kind of like their defense. I think the play here is that their defense like stands up and stands out and just has a ridiculous game and is able to to keep the Ravens bottled up. I don't think that's likely. The you know the Chargers were able to sustain drives against them, and I think the Ravens have a lot more weapons than the Chargers were able to sustain than the Chargers are able to throw at them. That's one. Two, that Raiders offense is horrific. The play calling is horrific. The quarterback play is not good. And I don't they have one skill position guy that I really trust. I don't think Zamir White is really all that. And this is a guy who you're talking to somebody who likes Zamir White coming into the season. I was not impressed by what I saw. That being said, I'm taking the Ravens. I'll lay the 9. Also, I've really got to question the coaching matchup here. Antonio Pierce not good.
No, I guess where I'm coming from in this one is I wouldn't put the Raiders at the bottom of the pile just yet. I think they're kind of a mid-tier team. They might win some games that they shouldn't win. In this case, again, they're not going to win. They might cover, but I don't put them in the I don't put them with the Panthers and the Browns and the Giants. I think they're kind of a middle of the road team that could hang around.
See, I think I think they're worse than at least one of those teams.
Okay.
So I'm laying the 9 with the Ravens. It's West Coast to East Coast. They have to deal with the body clock time change. It's always that's always weird. Um, so I just there's just too many there's too many things against going against the Raiders here. I will lay the 9 with the Ravens. Fly, fly Ravens fly.
I mean, the other thing you have to figure is, I mean, everyone's going to be on the Ravens for this one. I
I
think
don't
this.
know. I mean, you're not, so I would. I mean, we're split 50-50. Speaking of betting splits, I have access
Let's
to
see. Let's
again.
see what we got.
What do you think it is? Oh, Mark, you're in trouble.
Oh, all right, give it to me.
74% of the bets in the spread on the Raiders, 85% of the bets in the over, and 98% of money line bets coming in on the Raiders. I'm sorry, on the Ravens.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody's back. There's a reason this line is. Well, I mean, it went from 9.5 to 9, and I'm seeing 8.5s and 8s out there. So it might maybe it's ticking even lower. Who knows?
Yeah.
So that being said, I'm on the Ravens. Give me the flock. Let's go.